दोहरा सकते हैं। भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने कहा, किसी ब्रह्म बंधु का वध नहीं करना चाहिए, किंतु यदि वह आतताई हो तो उसे अवश्य मारना चाहिए। ये सभी आदेश शास्त्रों में हैं और तुम्हें इन्हीं के अनुसार कार्य करना चाहिए। तुम्हें अपनी पत्नी को दिए गए वचन भी पूरे करने चाहिए और तुम्हें भीमसेन तथा मेरी तुष्टि के लिए भी कार्य करना है। दिया गया तात्पर्य। अर्जुन असमंजस में था, क्योंकि विभिन्न शास्त्रों में से भिन्न भिन्न व्यक्तियों द्वारा दिए गए प्रमाण के अनुसार अश्वत्थामा का वध होना था और उसे जीवन दान भी मिलना था। ब्रह्मबंधु या ब्राह्मण के निकम्मे पुत्र के रूप में अश्वत्थामा वध्य नहीं था, किंतु साथ ही वह आतताई भी था। मनु द्वारा निर्दिष्ट मत के अनुसार आतताई यद्यपि वह ब्राह्मण ही क्यों न हो, ब्राह्मण के अयोग्य पुत्र का क्या कहना, वध्य होता है। द्रोणाचार्य निस्संदेह सत्यनिष्ठ ब्राह्मण थे, लेकिन युद्ध में भाग लेने पर वे मारे गए। पर अश्वत्थामा आतताई होकर भी बिना किसी अस्त्र के खड़ा था। नियम इस प्रकार है कि यदि आतताई अस्त्र रहित या रथ विहीन हो तो उसका वध नहीं किया जाना चाहिए। निश्चित रूप से ये सब अर्जुन की उलझने थी। इनके अतिरिक्त अर्जुन को अपने उस वचन का पालन करना था जिसे उसने द्रौपदी को सांत्वना देते हुए दिया था, और उसे भीम तथा भगवान श्री कृष्ण को भी संतुष्ट करना था, जिन्होंने अश्वत्थामा के वध की सलाह दी थी। अर्जुन दुविधा में पड़ गया और भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने इसका समाधान निकाला। The sense, the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। How long can the close go on? 9:30. I'll mix Hindi and English. I don't know in this order. So this is a very interesting chapter. This is the beginning of the narration of Bhagavatam by Sutta Goswami. The background is some sages have assembled in Naimisharanya and they are performing a 1000-year sacrifice. ऋषि मुनि एकत्रित हुए हैं पवित्र स्थल में नैमिषारण्य में, और वो 1000 साल का एक यज्ञ हवन करने का निश्चय किया है। 1,000-year sacrifice. And what is the purpose of this sacrifice? It is for the welfare of the entire world. लोक कल्याण के लिए ऐसा 1,000 वर्ष का साल का एक यज्ञ आरंभ किए हैं, और इस यज्ञ के in this sacrifice there is one leader of the assembly, Suta Goswami. He is the most qualified person, and he is the president, leader of the assembly. So the sages are asking him some questions. ऋषि मुनि सुत गोस्वामी जी को प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं, सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, और the answers he gave is the श्रीमद् भागवतम. जो सवाल का उत्तर दिया, जवाब दिया, वही भागवत है. So they asked in the beginning of the Bhagavatam 6 questions. 6 प्रश्न पूछे, और सारा भागवत ये 6 प्रश्नों का उत्तर है. See how deep the discussion is being done. 6 questions, and the whole answer is the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. So these questions are very, very, very important. Srila Prabhupada says we keep asking questions and we keep getting answers, but mostly they are pertaining to our body and our material existence. But these are not very important questions about eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanyam etat pashubhi narana. 4 common activities between animals and human beings. पशु और मनुष्य जीवन का 4 समान कार्य हैं, कॉमन एक्टिविटीज. आहार, निद्रा, भय, मैथुन. But there is one 5th function for the human being. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesha. This extra function for the human being, that is dharma. धर्म ही विशेष कार्य है मनुष्य के लिए, मानव जीवन के लिए. And that is what distinguishes us from the animals. We are superior. We have more developed intelligence. So that developed intelligence is not meant for eating better, making better arrangement for sleeping. Formerly, people used to just lie down on some mat or some simple bed. But now, so many designers, bedrooms, interior decorators, interior designers, they design very nice bedrooms, living rooms, furniture, architecture. So this is waste of human intelligence. Because our life is not meant for sleeping nicely, eating nicely. No, that is not the purpose of life. That even the animals are doing. They are doing better than us. Why? Because they don't have to work in factory. They don't have to do business. They get their food very easily because it is provided by God, by Krishna. Krishna has created, Krishna has made arrangement. So then why are human beings working like donkeys day and night? One of the devotees was telling me this morning, Kota has become infamous for so many suicide deaths. Why? Because there is a mad rush for getting admission in some so-called prestigious institutions. It is madness. पागलपन है. नूनम प्रमत्त कुरुते विकर्मा. भागवत में बताया, जो प्रमत्त है, जो पागल है, mad people, they do vikarma, they do so many sinful activities. पाप कार्य करते हैं. And our so-called advancement of civilization is such that people do not know what is papa karya, what is punya karma. पाप और पुण्य के बीच में अंतर क्या है, ये जानते नहीं. बड़े बड़े कॉलेज में बड़े बड़े डिग्री होते हैं इनके, और some basic things they do not know about human life, about material nature, material laws. कर्म का नियम जानते नहीं हैं. कर्म क्या है यही जानते नहीं हैं. So this is a mad civilization. Mad civilization. Wholesale madness. So Bhagavat is meant for curing this madness. That's why the sages of Naimisharanya, they could see. They are all having this distant vision. दूर दृष्टि है इनका. देख रहे हैं कि अभी कलयुग आरंभ होने वाला है. वो कलयुग आरंभ होने के थोड़ा पहले उन्होंने ये 1000 साल का ये यज्ञ आरंभ किया. तो देख रहे हैं कि कलयुग में लोग पागल हो जाएंगे. They'll simply be running after इंद्रिय तृप्ति, इंद्रिय भोग, sense gratification, and they'll get lost in that. All their intelligence they'll use only for indriya bhog. So they took compassion that don't spoil your gift of human form of life. One of our acharyas, Narottam Das Thakur, he is singing, Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu, Manushya Janama Paiya, Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya, Janiya Shuniya Visha Khainu. It's very easy to understand in Hindi. Janiya Shuniya, जानते हुए भी और शास्त्रों से और हमारे all elders, our ancestors, they have told us that don't waste this human form of life and simply neglecting this opportunity for Radha Krishna bhajana, for worshipping Radha Krishna, is actually drinking poison knowingly. Is drinking poison. Visha khain. So this precious human form of life, which is meant for self-realization, we are simply wasting it, spoiling it by getting carried away by allurement of Maya. So therefore dharma. Now if somebody wants to follow dharma, then they have to follow the scriptures. Shastra में लिखा है, शास्त्र में बताया है. That's meant for human beings. And what is the essence of dharma? Because dharma, very elaborately explained in the scriptures, so many different rules and regulations are there. So many different recommendations are there. So what is the essence of dharma? Dharma का सार क्या है? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. This is the essence of dharma. So what does it mean when Krishna says Sarva dharman parityajya? Means all these rules, regulations for maintaining this body, that you have to parityaja, you have to give up. Whole life don't spend simply maintaining this body or giving body comforts. You see, the whole technology is aimed at one thing: how to give more comforts to the body. That's all. There is no other aim of technology. Though the best brains are utilized and they're doing wonders, they're doing very good in developing technology. But ultimately, what is the use of that technology? Every day they're coming up with newer and newer methods of comforting this body, enjoying materially. Enjoyment, material enjoyment. But that is the standard of enjoyment of the animals. Nayam deho deha bhajam driloke kashtan kaman arhate vidbhujam. ये भागवत में कहा है, ये जो देह है, शरीर है, मनुष्य का शरीर, ये पशु की तरह है, केवल देह सुख के लिए उपयोग नहीं करना. And don't use our body only for enjoying the senses. Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam shuddhyet. This deha sukha, this bodily comforts are available even for stool-eating hogs, the lowest of the worst of abominable among the animals. Suar, जो what do you say for stool in Hindi? मल खाता है, मल भक्षण करता है, उसको भी मिलता है. It has also got nice bodily enjoyment. Of course, its standard of enjoyment is low class. But even our standard of enjoyment, we think, is very nice because we are sitting in a very nice air-conditioned room, dining table. So we're eating in a nice plate. But that doesn't make it, advanced civilization. Advanced civilization is to understand what is the goal of this human form of life. Inquire into what is the ultimate goal of this life. So the goal of this human form of life is self-realization, to realize who am I? Because this question arises in every intelligent person. Who am I? What is the goal of my life? And there are so many people who cannot understand what is the goal of life properly, and therefore they are frustrated, and sometimes in frustration they commit suicide. So the scriptures clearly explain the goal of life, human life, is not a sense enjoyment. Nayam deho deha bhajam loke kushtan kaman arhate vidbhujam. It is not meant for sense enjoyment. It is meant for self-realization. And for self-realization, tapo divyam. You have to undergo austerities which are divya, which are divine. Austerity everybody is undertaking. Austerity means accepting some inconvenience for the body and mind for achieving something higher, for a higher achievement. Undergo some difficulties, sacrifice some comforts. But people are sacrificing some comforts or some time or some pleasures for getting more pleasure of they think of a higher standard. So in the scriptures it is given what are the different standards of pleasure available. If the highest standard of pleasure in this earth planet is given the numeral 1, then in the higher planet, next higher planet, the highest pleasure is 10 times more, is greater. Like that you go higher than even the next higher planet, then it is 100 times more. Then the next higher, it is 1,000 times more. Like that you come to the Swargaloka, heavenly planets, then it is thousands of times more, several millions times more pleasure. Because they have a longer duration of life, they got a very beautiful body naturally. Our body, if we don't take bath regularly, then the body starts smelling bad. And for the body to have nice odor, nice fragrance, we have to use perfume. But in the heavenly planets, their body naturally has a nice fragrance. This is all explained in the Bhagavatam. Naturally it has. They don't sweat like us. Their body doesn't become bad smelling. Here we have gold, which is a very, very precious metal, and nice ornaments can be made out of that. But the gold only shines very nicely. In the heavenly planets there is gold which not only shines very brilliantly but also has got a nice fragrance. You see? So like that, the standard of living in the heavenly planets is millions of times better than the standard of living on the earth. But none of these pleasures give any real satisfaction for the inner self. There is no satisfaction for the soul, for the real you. How much ever pleasure you may have of whatever standard, up to even the standard of Brahmaloka, the topmost planet in this whole universe is Brahmaloka. Even pleasures of Brahmaloka, which is billions and trillions of more pleasure than that on the earth, even that cannot satisfy the soul. So Bhagavat, Sutta Goswami says, Yenatma suprasidati. What can satisfy the soul completely? Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje. There is dharma and there is paro dharma. Paradharma. Paro dharma is transcendental dharma. Ordinary dharma, material dharma, is pertaining to this world, pertaining to our existence in this material body. So there is this rules and regulations, how you should keep clean, how you should speak the truth, how you should have an honest means of earning a livelihood. ये सब ordinary dharma hai. But transcendental dharma is who you are. Your spirit soul, you are not the body. And as spirit soul, what are your necessities? For the body, you require ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. But for the soul, this ahara, nidra, is not at all meant for the soul, neither it will satisfy the soul. It will not satisfy the soul. Soul is the real you, real I, real person inside this body. So Bhagavad Gita begins with, we are not the body, we are spirit soul. And as spirit soul, the qualities, the characteristics of spirit are completely different from the body. And therefore, transcendental dharma is different than ordinary dharma. And that is what Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya. There he means all these material dharmas, ultimately they are not meant for the soul. They are not meant for your real you. They are just for maintaining this body so that you can execute the transcendental dharma, the duties of the spiritual dharma, by which you can get transcendental happiness. Yato bhaktir adhokshaje. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje. And what is the nature of this transcendental dharma, which is bhakti? It's called bhakti. Bhakti or bhakti yoga. And that is ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. It is unconditional and it is unending. It never can be stopped. It is not subject to time. It is eternal, unconditional. Like all material pleasures, they are based on the body. Like you can eat something very nice provided you are in good state of health. Body is in a good state of health. If somebody is sick, they cannot enjoy eating like a healthy person. Similarly, when this body is young, you can enjoy other category of pleasures. But when the body becomes old, you cannot enjoy the pleasures of the youth. So our enjoyment, material enjoyment, is always conditional. Even if your body is young and you are healthy, but your mind is disturbed, you cannot enjoy. If your mind is having some anxiety, stress, or some fear, or some difficulty or danger, you cannot enjoy. Even though your health is good and you are young, you cannot enjoy. So our pleasures of the body are very, very little. They are conditional. And ultimately, even if you secure them and try to enjoy, it doesn't satisfy the soul. So the soul can only be satisfied by spiritual pleasures. And such spiritual pleasures are so nice. They are unconditional. They are independent of the condition of the body. And you can enjoy them all the time. It is not little, it is an ocean. Unlimited ocean of happiness is available in bhakti. Unlimited ocean of happiness. So that is what Bhagavat is telling us. And now the discussion is that Arjuna is supposed to punish this Ashwatthama, son of Dronacharya. Why? Because Dronacharya's son, Ashwatthama, he killed the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, the Pancha Pandavas, their sons. So, because he killed them when they were sleeping, it was against the code of conduct of a battle. So he is supposed to be punished. And Arjuna actually caught hold of him, and Krishna told Arjuna, now you should not spare his life, because he is atatayi naha. What is that? Atatayi vadharhanaha. Because he is an aggressor, akraman kiya hai against the dharma. It is against the rules of dharma. So he deserves to be killed. And he is killed. What has he done? He is killed by violating the principles of dharma. Sleeping sons of Draupadi. So he deserves to be killed. Vadha arhanaha. But he happens to be Brahma Bandhu. He is the son of a Brahmana. Even though he himself is not a qualified Brahmana, but he is the son of a Brahmana. So even though unqualified, but because he is son of a Brahmana, he should not be killed. Nahantavya. So here is a contradiction in dharma. According to dharma, Brahma Bandhu should not be killed. Atatayi should be killed. Now he is both Brahma Bandhu, he is also Atatayi. So what is to be done with him? So Krishna is telling that you should kill him and you should not kill him. That's what Krishna is telling him. And Arjuna has given a promise to Draupadi that when Draupadi was crying, when she came to know, naturally she is the mother of those 5 sons. So mother will feel the most that when her sons are killed, when they're young and unlawfully killed, when they were sleeping, so she is feeling extremely grief. So Draupadi is crying and Arjuna is pacifying her that I will kill that Ashwatthama, and actually then only I will rest. So he took a vow to kill Ashwatthama because he deserves to be killed. He has unlawfully killed the 5 sons of Arjuna and the Pandavas. So Arjuna caught hold of Ashwatthama and Krishna said, yes, you must kill him. But Arjuna did not want to kill him away from Draupadi. So he brought that Ashwatthama in front of Draupadi and then said, here is this fellow. Now in front of you I am going to kill him to punish him. So when he was about to kill, Draupadi said, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Why? Because he is the son of Dronacharya. And who is Dronacharya? He is your guru. And Dronacharya, of course, died in the battle of Kurukshetra, fighting. But Dronacharya's wife, Kripi, is still living, even though he died in the battle. As a chaste wife, she would have actually performed the sati ritual. But because she has got a son who is living, Ashwatthama, so she did not undergo the sati ritual. So she is still living. Now, Draupadi is thinking that as a mother, I am now suffering the loss of my sons. Now, Dronacharya's wife, she is already having that grief of having lost her husband. Now, if this Ashwatthama is killed, foolish fellow, then her grief will be doubled. She will lose her son also. No. Don't kill her son. Because I can understand what is her grief, what is her pain. She is already suffering and I don't want her to suffer more. Because of his mistake, why she has to suffer? So as a mother, she said, I don't want you to kill this Ashwatthama. So Arjuna was perplexed. Krishna is telling him when he was caught, you should kill him because he is the aggressor. And Draupadi is telling, don't kill him. And then Draupadi's statement was supported by Yudhishthira, by Nakula, Sahadeva. So, then Bhima, he was not supporting Draupadi's statement. He was actually against Ashwatthama's life being spared. He was telling exactly the same thing Krishna told Arjuna, that because he is an aggressor, you must kill him. So Bhima disagreed. Bhima told, no, Arjuna, you must kill him. Don't spare his life. So Arjuna is now, what is he supposed to do? Bhima and Krishna are telling, kill. Draupadi, Yudhishthira, Nakula, Sahadeva are telling, don't kill. And now, when Arjuna is perplexed, Krishna is telling now, According to the Shastra, a Brahma Bandhu should not be killed, Atatai, aggressor, should be killed. So all these rulings in the scriptures are there and you know it. So according to the rulings of the scriptures you should act. You should follow the Shastra. Some people may say kill, some people may say don't kill. So what should you do? You should follow the Shastra. And what does the Shastra say? Shastra is not coming to the rescue of Arjuna. Huh? Shastra is not giving a clear direction, at least on the surface, or superficially. Shastra says Brahma Bandhu should not be killed, but Atatai should be killed. And then also Krishna is telling Arjuna, you should follow the Shastra and you should also satisfy me and Bhimasena, both of whom are telling you should kill, and you should keep up the promise to your wife that you are going to kill this Ashwathama because he has unlawfully killed her 5 sons. So you should act in such a way that you keep up your promise to your wife, you satisfy me and Bhima, and also you follow the Shastra. Actually, Prabhupada explains here that according to the scriptures, there are so many different rules and regulations, some of which may appear to be contradictory. Some which may appear contradictory. So in such situations, what is a person supposed to do? How is he supposed to follow dharma? So that is also given in the scriptures. But that is the confidential part of scriptures. So these confidential parts of scriptures have to be learned from a spiritual master, from an acharya, like Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is teaching us from the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, the confidential literature, which explain that ultimately dharma means bhakti yoga. The dharma is actually bhakti yoga. And for executing bhakti yoga, you don't have to worry about following all the rules and regulations of the Manu Samhita. Manu Samhita is for material living. As a human being, what are your duties? What are your responsibilities? What are the rules and regulations you should follow? What is papa? What is punya? Punya kam karna chahiye, pap nahi karna chahiye. That's all Manu Samhita for human beings. But bhakti is different. Because bhakti is paro dharma. It is transcendental religious system. And it is meant for the soul. And the wonderful thing about bhakti is, by executing bhakti, automatically you are able to fulfill the rules and regulations of the Manu Samhita. There is no question of violating. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, when he says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja, you simply surrender to me, that is bhakti. You follow my direct instructions to execute bhakti. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. If there is any papa involved in giving up, discarding all these bodily dharma rules, you violate any rule because you are surrendering to me, you are following my direct instructions. Like it is happening to Arjuna, he is standing on the battlefield. How can I kill my kinsman? So then Krishna says, as a Kshatriya, it is your duty to fight against adharma. But who are doing adharma? Duryodhana, Kauravas. Okay, I will fight against them. But how can I kill Bhishma and Drona? First chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is only talking about how can I kill my kinsmen. For that, Krishna says they are all on the path of adharma. They don't deserve to be spared. Their life doesn't deserve to be spared. Adharma. They're all sinful people. So he said, okay, sinful people I'll kill. How can I kill Bhishma and Drona? They are my respectable superiors. They are my well-wishers. Dronacharya only taught me the military science. And now I am going to use that military science to kill Dronacharya? So this is very, very difficult situation Arjuna has. So therefore he says, Dharma sammudha chetaha karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha pritchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. Now I am inquiring from you this situation where I am supposed to fight the battle to kill the Kauravas, but my respectable superiors, who are my well-wishers, who are my worshipable superiors, they are standing on the side of adharma. It was not expected that Bhishma and Drona would be on the side of adharma. They know what is dharma. And they know Pandavas are on the side of dharma. And Kauravas on the side of adharma. They know that very well. But they are standing on the side of adharma. So this is called dharma sammudha. So therefore Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna to resolve this conflict of interest in following dharma. Now Arjuna, that happened at the beginning of the battle. Arjuna's dharma sammudha. Here, the battle is over now. But this Ashwatthama has to be punished because he has killed the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi. So, now again dharma sammudha has come. Arjuna is again facing, correct? Second time. Not second time, many times it happened in the battle also. Karna, he was fixing the wheel of his chariot when Arjuna went to attack him, and Karna said, please wait. Let me fix the wheel of the chariot, then I will accept your challenge, we will fight. Arjuna said, okay. Krishna said, no, kill him now. This is your only chance. If you don't kill him now, you are finished. Arjuna knows the rules. Karna is pointing out that just wait, I am fixing the wheel of my chariot. Arjuna said, reasonable, yeah, I'll wait. But Krishna is telling kill. And what did Arjuna tell Krishna at the end of Bhagavad Gita before the battle began? Karishye vachanam tava. He didn't say I will kill my enemies. He didn't say I will not kill my enemies. What did he say? Karishye vachanam tava. I'll just follow whatever you say. That's the meaning of surrender, no? Surrender means no conditions, unconditional. So, Krishna is now telling kill. And Krishna is telling something against the rules of Kshatriya conduct. So, what is he supposed to do? Because he is told, Karishye vachanam tava. Same thing, no, here. He has promised Draupadi, I will kill this Ashwatthama and satisfy you. And now, Yudhishthira is telling, don't kill him. Draupadi herself is telling, don't kill him. What about his promise? Karishye vachanam tava. Gone. So, all such situations, Krishna says, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Sarva dharman parityajya. All those material dharmas, just give it up. Forget about trying to satisfy your wife and then trying to follow the rules. Brahmabandhu should not be killed, but the Atatai should be killed. Instead, simply surrender to Krishna. Surrender to Krishna means follow whatever Krishna says. So Krishna told Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, you should fight. So he fought. But here, Krishna himself is not telling one clear thing, like he told in the Gita. Here he is not telling that. He is telling you should follow the rules of the scriptures. At the same time, you should satisfy your wife, promise given to your wife, and you should also please me and Bhimsen. So, Prabhupada later on says that Krishna is testing Arjuna. And Arjuna will pass the test. That you will hear in the later portion of this chapter. I'll stop here, 9:30. Any questions anybody has got? Yeah.
As now Kumbh is going on. Crores of people are taking this. Does this comes under Parodharma?
No, it is not Parodharma. It is material dharma. Parodharma is what? Parodharma is chanting Hare Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna. What does Shastra say? The transcendental scriptures, what do they say about chanting Hare Krishna versus taking a dip in the Triveni Sangam? There is a verse. Where is that verse? I read it out yesterday. Anybody has got Veda base? In the Chaitanya Charitamrita that is given. Hey, okay. Give me that. अच्छा सर्च है इसमें? सर्च नहीं है. अच्छा. You can search in the internet itself. Or bring my mobile from my room. The scriptures say that even if one gives 1 crore of cows in dana to qualified brahmanas at the time of an eclipse of the sun, or one goes to Prayag and Triveni Sangam, he takes bath and lives there for millions of years. Kalpavas it's called. You have heard of this. We kar rahe na? 1 month they will stay in that Prayag and they'll do austerities. Not only taking a dip, they'll even live there, sleep on the ground in that cold and do whatever austerities they are supposed to do. Still, Prayag, they stay millions of years and perform all those austerities. Not just Kumbh Mela alone, not just one dip. Millions of years they stay in Prayag. I'll just read that verse. You got it. Okay. This verse says, Go koti danam grahane khagasya. Even if one distributes 10 million cows in charity, 1 crore cows in charity during an eclipse of the sun, Prayaga Gangodaka Kalpavasaha lives at the confluence of the Ganges and Yamuna for millions of years, or Yajna Ayutam Meru Suvarna Danam, or gives a mountain of gold in sacrifice to Brahmanas, Govinda Kirte na samam shatam shaihi. He does not get even 100th part of the merit derived from chanting Hare Krishna. Compare now. So what will this one time doing snan in one Kumbh Mela at Prayag do? How much benefit will you get? By millions of years staying in Prayag, every day taking bath and every day doing so many other austerities, you can't even get 1/100th the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna once. So which intelligent person will give up chanting Hare Krishna and go to Kumbh Mela in that crowd and with great difficulty take one bath? Only a madman will do it. Pagal log karte hain. The whole world is mad. Yes, that is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is like that. So therefore, it's not that we should not take bath in holy rivers, we should not go to holy places, no. But the purpose of taking the bath or purpose of visiting a holy place is to actually increase our bhakti to Krishna, increase our chanting, to increase our activities and devotional service. And as far as devotees are concerned, they go to Prayag or they go to any holy place or they take bath in the Ganga for the sake of pleasing Krishna, in order to beg from him, give me bhakti unto your lotus feet. Give me attraction for chanting Hare Krishna. Give me taste for doing some devotional service. For this purpose, devotees actually do whatever they are doing, other than chanting Hare Krishna. Even chanting Hare Krishna is meant for us to chant Hare Krishna nicely. So, important point is, if at all you go to Kumbh Mela to take a bath, the purpose is to actually nicely chant Hare Krishna. Which means that even if you don't go to Kumbh Mela, or you cannot go, still if you actually come here, associate with devotees, you chant Hare Krishna, then your purpose is served. You're not missing anything by not going. Any other question?
बट अभी हम देखते हैं कलियों को 5,000 साल ही बीतते हैं, तो क्या वो यज्ञ अभी भी कंटिन्यू है?
क्या
वो जो यज्ञ है, जो एक
यज्ञ खत्म हो गया, 1,000 साल वो द्वापर युग में ही खत्म हो गया। द्वापर युग में खत्म हो गया। तो द्वापर युग, देयर लाइफ स्पैन वॉज 1000 years। कलयुग में हमारा व्हाट इज से आयुष्य, आयु केवल 100 साल है, तो 1000 साल का वो यज्ञ कैसे कर सकते हैं? कलयुग में कोई नहीं कर सकते. सो इट इज़ एक्चुअली द्वापर युग. द्वापर युग का 1000 साल हो गया, उनका यज्ञ हो गया. So now it is Kali Yuga. We are not meant to do yajna, but we are meant to do yajna, but Sankirtan yajna. Even though those sages, they had undertaken a sacrifice of chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord. That's why they were making inquiries and they were hearing Sutta Goswami speak the Bhagavatam. That is Sankirtan Yajna was going on 1000 years. Sankirtan Yajna. कौन सा यज्ञ किया उन्होंने? संकीर्तन यज्ञ किया. Like all of us are now doing Sankirtan Yajna, hearing the Bhagavatam. Same yajna they also performed 5000 years back, 4500 years back. Any other question?
So Maharaj, जब श्री कृष्ण भी अर्जुन को परफेक्टली नहीं बता रहे थे कि तुम्हें क्या करना चाहिए,
नहीं, ये नहीं कि नहीं बता रहे थे, वो he wants to prove that my devotee is very very intelligent. He knows how to practice, how to follow the scriptures when there are contradictory situations. He is well versed in Shastra. Shastra says how you should punish a Atatai if he is a Brahmabandhu. If he is not a Brahmabandhu, kill him. If he is a Brahmabandhu, don't kill him, but punish him in another way. That will come in the later portion. It will be described. That he knows, Arjuna knows. He wants to glorify Arjuna. That's why he is telling all this.
So this explains that while in Kurukshetra, why Arjuna was not able to, means why he was just acting that he doesn't know the dharma. Means while fighting, his Gandhiva fell down. Because actually he knows the dharma, but just to have a conversation with Krishna on Bhagavad Gita, he pretended to be...
Not pretended. He was put into illusion by Krishna, so that Krishna could speak Bhagavad Gita for us. Krishna doesn't have to speak Bhagavad Gita for Arjuna's benefit, because Arjuna already knows everything about bhakti. He is himself a devotee, practicing devotee. So Krishna spoke about bhakti to Arjuna, through Arjuna for all of us. Made Arjuna a student. Okay, we'll stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai.